Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Jana, it is such a pleasure to be here with you tonight. I want to thank you for coming on and chatting with me about your story and talking about the goodness that the Lord has brought, to our lives, right, with through this incredible supplement program, and be able to kind of dive in with you about how that's affected your life and your health. Really quickly before we get started and deep diving into your story with MetaPWR, I would love to know where you and your husband are originally from, where you guys are at now.
Yeah, we live near Cincinnati. That's where we are. That's where we're from, and that's where we live. So we're just north of Cincinnati, and we are Ohioans for sure.
Ohioans. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is great.
go Bengals, huh?
Yeah. When did you first come into doTERRA, and when did you first learn about doTERRA?
So in 2014, I was traveling so much. Like I was traveling, speaking, ministering, and leading worship, and doing choir workshops, worship workshops. That was really what I was doing all over the country and all over. And I was going to Europe, all over the world, and I had a bronchial infection. And when I get on a plane, it would just flare up. And by the time I would get where I was going, I would lose my voice. I would run a fever, the infection would just flare up. And it was definitely a problem because, it was really getting to me because it was about a 2-year battle. I landed in Orlando from California. My friend Keisha picked me up, and I began to tell her how, I'm so over this. I know God has healed me all my life. I've never used medicine. And I don't know what I can do. I just really needed to pray for me. And she's grabs this little bottle and goes, "Have you tried this essential oil?" And I go, "Girl, I'm not trying to go to the spa. Do you understand how sick I am?" And she's like, "No, for real. This is called Breathe." And she's like, "My husband used it when he had a bronchial infection, and it was over in 3 nights." I'm like, "Yeah, but I've had this for 2 years." Anyway, I did exactly what she told me to, which was wrong. She just told me to put it on my feet. I mean, it's not wrong, but I mean, it would have been much better on my throat and my chest. I put it on the bottom of my feet for 3 nights, and it was gone. So when I tell you that I was like, okay, what is this essential oil stuff? Is it biblical?
Wow. Yes.
What is this crazy stuff? I bought the next thing I bought, because I had bought the little kit because she told me to, the little with the 10 little oils, the small 5 mils, and just to get another Breathe, because she gave me her. She's like, "We don't need it anymore." Wow. And I bought the every oil kit. There was a kit, there still is, I guess, every oil. And I was like, I'm going to research, I'm going to find out about this stuff, because all my life when I was sick, I just prayed, and if until God healed me, I just suffered. But it changed my life.
Oh, okay. So that is so cool. That is amazing. And the fact too that I'm familiar with Breathe, and the fact that you put it on your feet and it was like, it kicked it within 3 days is incredible. Wow.
Yeah. So then
Oh
I
my
started
goodness.
doing all the things, right? I started doing On Guard, and on and
Yeah.
on. I started going down the journey to keep myself well. And
Yeah.
I've never had a bronchial infection again, ever. And that was in 2014.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible. And I love what you said, is this biblical? Because I think oftentimes, if you're not familiar with oils, they can kind of be categorized in this group of like new age woo-woo stuff, right? That a lot of us believers are like, nope, don't want anything to do with that. But in your research, did you find them to be biblical? Like, did you find there to be a reason, any reason not to use them, biblically speaking, as maybe that's a better way to put it?
Wow. I'll just tell you, as a Bible student and a Bible nerd, I guess, you're geek or whatever you want to call it. I've studied the Word of God all my life, and all of a sudden things began to just explode in my mind. When I started thinking about frankincense and myrrh, I had not even ever looked into what that was before. I saw that there were over 500 references to essential oils in the Bible. And I started looking at how they can not only support you, your body, but support you emotionally, and all of the things that God has given us. You know, we were created to live in our garden. And before there was sin and disease on the earth, the cure was hidden in the plants. And that's how God is. You know, before the lamb was slain before the foundation of the world, before there was sin, he always is ahead of the issues, right? And he's so good. He doesn't want his people to suffer, and he does give us things in nature to heal us. When I found out that the human cell and the plant cell were symbiotic and worked perfectly together, it like exploded everything that I know about our God, and it just confirmed so many things for me.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. I know my family and I had that kind of similar, like, okay, is this biblical? And then the more you research and the more that you actually, like you were saying, study the word of God. And when he opens your eyes to things, it's amazing. You're like, wait a second, how come I didn't see this? There's over 1,100 references to oils in the Bible. Like, how did we not know? That's amazing. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. So switching gears just, just a little bit, you've been enjoying and loving these doTERRA products for the last several years. I think you mentioned to me earlier that you'd joined first in 2014. I'm not good at math, but that's 10 or almost 10 years of
Yeah.
being a part of doTERRA and all their goodness and all their products. They came out with this amazing metabolic supplement system just recently. And I really wanted to talk with you about that because your transformation was, I mean, incredible. You're a really healthy person. That's evident. You and I met in person in September. So I got the privilege of meeting with you in person. Really, really a very healthy, fit person. So for you, have you noticed a huge difference, with implementing MetaPWR into your life? Was there a pretty big difference that you did notice? I mean, you're already a healthy person. You know a lot about all these things. What were the differences that you did notice, I guess?
Well, I'm a healthy person, but I'm also going to be 60 in a few weeks. So when I found out that our company was investing in learning the cutting edge studies and breakthroughs on aging, it's coming right on time for me, baby, because really in my early 50s, when I was going through menopause, that's when doTERRA came into my life. And as wonderful as it was having to breathe and having that healing, was going through menopause with the oils, because I don't know if I could have handled it without them. Okay. So that was very dramatic for me. But when I tell you right on time, I got this metabolic system, and it's all about anti-aging. So, a lot of people see my weight loss right off the bat, and I'm not a person who looks at pounds on the scale, because that's not an indication of health. I just want to be my healthiest. But as I was seeing things roll back, the first thing that I noticed was my cognitive ability. Like, I just feel like I was so hyper focused. My productivity with my business just went through the roof.
Wow.
I saw like incredible stamina and energy for workouts. When I tell you, I've already worked out twice today, and with weights and aerobics, and I'm going to do another workout when I get off here. I'm working out like 3 times a day, have so much energy and stamina, and my body is responding, not like a 60-year-old woman who started working out, but like my younger version of myself. So instead of just trying to shape up a 60-year-old woman, my body feels like it is going back in time to my earlier body composition of being really tight and firm. And I mean, it's just like I'm the incredible shrinking woman. And it's not shrinking that's just like shrinking something loose and fat. Like, I feel like even my skin is tighter, plumper. I'm just like, I'm in disbelief And I'm so grateful.
Wow. So, I mean, can I ask you, can I be so bold? When
Sure.
you got these products, I'm sure you were really excited, but were
Yes.
you expecting the results that you're having? In all honesty.
Listen, here's my thing. This better work.
Yeah. Yeah.
This better work. And if it doesn't, like, I don't even know what I'm going to do. Like, my hopes were really, really high, and I was trying to pull them back because I'm a person who gets really excited about things and a lot of times get a little disappointed, right?
Yeah, I get that.
So yeah, when I started, and as a matter of fact, one of the products I had a little challenge with, and I had to do some cleansing, and I found out through using MetaPWR that there were some things wrong with my body. Okay.
Wow.
I found out I have a borderline of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which literally I had no idea. Okay. I didn't even know what that was.
Wow.
I found out that I had some issues with my liver. I found out that I was like kind of borderline with my blood sugar, all of these things. And it allowed me to start correcting these things.
Wow.
For the last few months, I've been on a journey, and I would have never known this unless I was using MetaPWR.
Wow. So this has had like a multiple layer effect on you. It's not just that you've gotten great results, it's actually that you've discovered the areas that your body needs support in and you'd had no idea.
No idea. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that is so encouraging. Now, for someone who's maybe watching this and feels like they've tried all of the different things, because we both hear that, right? I've tried everything. And maybe you felt that way, right? Before MetaPWR came into your life. What would be your encouragement for somebody who's tried everything and seems things seem to just not be working as well for them, and they're really discouraged, their hopes are kind of down, and they're a bit skeptical even of will this actually work? Come on, I've tried stuff like this for years. What would be your encouragement for the person who may be in that place?
Well, my encouragement is not only has doTERRA done the research, but as an individual, I was also studying anti-aging and all these new breakthroughs that were coming across the I'm a research nerd too, and I was really already keying in on the David Sinclair and some of the other doctors that were talking about these new breakthroughs in aging. And so when doTERRA announced that, it was like, am I living in the Matrix? Are you kidding me right now that doTERRA is going to go down this path that I've been longing for? Because to afford NAD and NMN, it's very expensive. You have to go to doctors and get infusions. They have side effects. And to have a natural version of this, it works. I just want to tell people it does work. One of the things that's I do trust doTERRA because they do their research. They really bet the farm on these products. And I know from being with doTERRA as long as I have, and knowing many of the executives and things like that they would have not invested this money and this focus in our company, basically starting like a new chapter or version, a division of our company, if they didn't know that for sure that this worked. I also had the privilege of knowing some of the people that were in the beta for MetaPWR, and they were just communicating with me like, oh girl, you won't believe this stuff when it comes out. So I had a pretty good idea that it was working, but it's every person. One thing I've learned through working with people is every individual is different. And I'm thinking like, will this work for me? And one of the things that is so key is consistency, because sometimes I follow up with some of my customers. I'm like, how are you doing with the MetaPWR? Well, I do it like once a week. Okay, no.
Right. Yeah.
You got to do this thing every day as instructed. It's 3 steps a day. Yeah. Like it literally couldn't be easier. You're taking a couple little capsules, right? You're drinking a delicious drink in the morning. And what else do you need? Come on. Yeah. If you can't do this, first of all, you've got to invest in yourself and you've got to be consistent.
Yeah. That's a really good word. Cause yeah, it only works if you take it. It's not gonna, I mean, if you just keep your product in here and it's full, it's not gonna do anything for your body. It's gonna stay in here. The magic will be right in here in this box. You
That's
have to
right.
take it. You have to take it. And you've got consistency is such a good word for anything. I mean, if you eat one really healthy meal and think that that's going to get you through the week because the rest of the week you can eat junk, that, you know, we know that that doesn't work. If you work out once a week and expect results, that's not really going to do anything for you. You know, if you take a supplement one time a week, that's not going to do anything for you. It's the everyday, it's the daily commitment. I love that. That is, you know, that's encouraging, because I do think that there are people out there who, you know, could feel that way, where they, you know, they're like, I really want to try it. I would love to see this work, but really, you know, I have tried so many things, and will it really? Something else I want to ask too, because you mentioned in the beginning of this call, which I really, I love your view on success, and I love your view on, you know, just like weighing ourselves can be so, oh, I'm up 2 pounds and I'm down 2 pounds. That can be so deceiving, because it can, and we don't need to deep dive on this subject, but I really do love and appreciate your view of success. Would you say, for some people, you know, they may see the scale move, and that may be great. But for other people, the success of these products, like you mentioned, this is not a weight loss system. Can you kind of speak to what success could look like for different people? Yeah, it may entail, you know, weight, but it could also entail some other things as well. And you mentioned anti-aging.
Right. So this is really an anti-aging system. And we, you know, we'll talk about the 3 steps. So the MetaPWR Advantage, the drink. We're going to talk about how that you take that sachet, and there are so many things in that sachet. I want to tell you, it's like gold mine of nutritional supplementation to combat all of the toxins, all of the poisons, let's just call it what it is, right?
Yeah.
In our water, in our food, in, on, and around us. We need extra support. So you've got this, right? So that's where you get the cognitive ability. Listen, if my body is in amazing shape and I lose my mind,
Yeah.
that ain't no good, right? I need my mind, right? So this is all supporting cognitive health. It's supporting your skin to your outer look, right? Your hair, your nails, all that stuff. But then there's the MetaPWR Assist, which is good for blood sugar. It's, and this we have learned through this anti-aging studies that spikes in your metabolism causes aging and stress on your cells. So not only is this working for your blood sugar, it's helping your liver, your pancreas, all your filter organs, right? Which is so key to having longevity and living longer, younger. And then we have the MetaPWR essential oil, which is basically, this is how I like to explain it, Kelsey. It's like you have storage, right? In your body, in your cells, there's storage units. And you ever seen that show Storage Wars, where you open up and you never know what's going to be in the storage unit?
Yes.
Well, we don't know what's in our cells, because everything that's toxic is stored in a storage unit called a fat cell. And when you take that MetaPWR essential oil, those hot oils like peppermint, ginger, you know, cinnamon, are like, you open up the storage unit and they set it on fire, like it's burning, right? It's burning out those toxins. And then the grapefruit and lemon are cleaners, and they're the cleanup crew, and they come in and they sweep out those stuck fat cells. And I mean, I tell you what's not to love. And I want to show you, I didn't even mean to use this, but let me.
I love it. Yes.
I have these jeans. If you've seen, I have a picture of myself, and I bought these jeans for a photo shoot that I was doing for doTERRA, and I bought them in a size 4, and they're here, right here's the size 4, and you can see in here it says size 4 in here, right? So here's a size 4. All right, here's these jeans. All right, I noticed after about 6 weeks on that they were too big. I was on my way to church, I had them on, and I'm like, these jeans are falling off. So I go on my phone on the way to church while Mark's driving, and I ordered, they only had a 0 because the 2s were gone. And I just bought these. I tried on the 2s in the store, and they were too small. Okay, couldn't get them up. All right, so I ordered the zeros. The day they came, I could not wait to see if I could fit in them, and I did. But that's not all.
What? Okay, that is
that was the
cool.
last pair in the company. Okay. But we went to another mall out of town, and I'm like, I went to the same store, White House Black Market, and I'm like, I'm gonna see if they have that in a 00. Girlfriend, now I wear a 00. So
Oh
yeah,
my
I don't care
goodness.
about the scales, but the way my clothes fit me and the way I feel and the way that my muscles, so I've been working out the same way since April, like with the same regimen, not 3 times a day, but less once a day.
Wow.
And my body, when I started taking the MetaPWR, especially the Advantage, I feel like, because I couldn't take the Assist at first, it was literally my body shape. My muscles started showing. It was just like my skin took on a different texture. Unbelievable what happened.
Wow. So this is so cool for me. I had an amazing, I have an amazing testimony of feeling better and my skin improving, but it's really exciting for me to see that these products, it's not just about your, it's not just about weight loss. It's not just about, oh, you're going to lose 10 pounds. And to be honest, that might not even happen. And you may even be healthier for it because your body's doing so many other shifts, right? And not to say if you need to lose 10 pounds, this is a system that will rev up your metabolism so that your body can actually burn that and get rid of that, like you said, storage through this simple system. I love that. Yeah, I love your view of success, and I appreciate you sharing that because I think that is really something to encourage people with. And I tell people this all the time. Don't buy this as a weight loss system. Buy this as a way to invest in your health. This is a health investment. This is going to actually help your cells biologically become younger. We can't reverse the years, right? But we can actually reverse our biological age. And that's what science and the experts are actually now telling us. So this is a 3-part system, like Jana mentioned. We both are on this and have amazing results. I won't share mine tonight, but in my personal page, I've shared my personal testimony and results and pictures. And for me, it's tightened up my skin. I feel better. I feel more energy. And my skin, like I've had some scarring. My skin has never been more clear. Like it has never been this clear in my life. This is the MetaPWR Advantage. This is the collagen plus NMN. This is what Jana was telling us about and taking every day. This is that delicious drink. Mix it with a little bit of water, room temp or cold, not hot. And this is how you'll take that. It's super easy and it tastes so good. Like it's an orange flavor, orange lemon flavor. So it's delicious. And then we've got the soft gels here. Oh, okay. We've got the soft gels. They went flying. We've got the soft gels here, and that's the oil. Yep, the oil. So that's the assist, and then we've got the soft gels and the oil. So the soft gels, I don't really love oil in my water. I'm just going to be honest. I've used essential oils for 10 years, but I'm not an oil in my water girl. I know I should be. I am not. So when they came out with the soft gels as an option where you don't have to taste it in your mouth, like some people love that and other people like me don't. I opt for that. And then I use my essential oil to actually put on topically because it's like you mentioned, it's really good for cleaning out the junk in our cells, right? I use it topically and it's great for smoothing out cellulite. I have noticed, and I've got pictures in my little group. And then this is the assist. This is going to be the blood sugar regulator. Okay. So all 3 of these steps work in tandem. They all work together. People sometimes will ask, can I just buy one of the steps? You could, but you're not going to get the results with all 3. They work as a system. They're meant to work as a system. Jana mentioned that doTERRA has done research over years and years and years. And that's why it's a 3-part system. It's not because they just decided that would be fun. It's because we have to, when we talk about regulating our metabolism, we have to make sure that we're addressing all 3 pillars, which is optimizing digestion, so that we can have complete absorption and stabilizing blood sugars. That is the 3 pillars of an optimized metabolism. And that's really what all 3 of these things do in conjunction with one another. Jana, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us your amazing testimony and your results that you've been having. I really am so encouraged, and I hope that every person that was able to tune in or watch the replay is encouraged as well. It's never too early to invest in your health, and it's never too late.
Too late.
Oh, thank you so much, my friend. God bless you. I appreciate you so much.
Bless you, sweetie. Thank you so much.